forgot my lures and jigs at the car. I'm gonna have to go back and get those. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and get those. I need those. What up, chat? It's your boy Hooks at Ron. I'm about to head back to the car real quick. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I gotta go get something out the car.
He'll be back. He forgot some stuff in the... Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He's almost here. Where are you? There he is.
You can never have too much fish in your chat.
Riley found you a shell, showed it to the chat, and put it right there.
Watch that dude. He's
Oh,
dangerous.
so you're not gonna get it out.
I can't get it out. That thing is tough to get out.
What? Well, you got Riley's butt in the background.
Who's in here? What's up, somebody? Village, how you doing? Jay fishing, my boy. Good to see you, brother. Dave Jones, always a pleasure. Super J, how you doing? Yeah, morning, y'all. Morning. It's 8:57 a.m. Early bird special. I'm gonna do some beach fishing right now. Then I'm gonna do some rock pier fishing later on. We arrived here yesterday around like 6 p.m. and it was already pretty dark. I was gonna do some pier fishing. I might do some pier fishing tonight, but yeah, this is my first time fishing today in Florida. You know, we was in Tennessee yesterday. We drove all the way here. We did a 7-hour journey to get the rest of the way. Said fuck it. Tennessee was kind of cold. It was nice there. I wanted to fish there a lot more, but the things I was trying to do there, I wasn't prepped for. Let's just say that. Like, I was trying to cast net, and everywhere I was casting net, that was rocks. I was near the dam, so it was rocks on both sides, the dam and the water side, to try to get some wild bait. And the store was closed because of Christmas Eve, so, I mean, not Christmas Eve, but New Year's Eve, so that's what that was about. Yeah, we're in Panama. You know it, Dave. The home of all homes. We live in here. It's gonna get, it's 60 right now, and it's supposed to get like 65, 60, 66. So it's still a little chilly, but yeah, that's where we at, man. Panama City. I got some shrimp. I got some squid. I actually got some worms, and I also got some skipjack, just because, you know, that's what I got in Tennessee. But yeah, we're about to get out here. We're about to get active. I just got my force pole. We got 2 big rods that's gonna be sitting on the bottom. I'm probably gonna put some of that skipjack on the line, and then the rest is just gonna be mainly shrimp and squid. I don't know if I want to use no worms. Now, if we go to that rock pier area over there, where we usually go, the rock pier, I'm gonna try to use the worms there, because I heard what? Joe said must be nice. Well, I'm sitting at 30 degrees. Tim said it's your own fault. Hop in the car. She just said a minute ago we should have brought Joey. But yeah. I mean, it still got a little breeze, so I'm wearing a hoodie right now, but I ain't gonna be wearing this all day. Yeah, my boy Joe. Hold on, y'all. Good old reliable. Can't never leave this pole at home. I also didn't bring my 9-foot rod because we didn't know where we was gonna be the next day, but we here today. Otherwise, I would have brought my 9-foot rod. I mean, I got a pole that I can catch a shark with if I wanted to. That's the pole I'm actually gonna put the skipjack on. So, shoot, we gonna see if they filling that skipjack. Filling that skipjack in that salt water. Right now, I'm just putting some frozen shrimp on a hook. Yeah, we're right next to the perch chat. Not too far from it. The regular pier. I might fish that later, I don't know. Let's see what type of bait we catch today. So I just put shrimp on the double hook. Kids don't feel nothing. They don't be caring. I just gotta see, cause shoot, I'd rather just walk in the water and cast. Chad, it's cold. The freaking water's cold. Yeah, once you get used to it, you need a bait boat, bro. Chris, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, like I said, Dave, we here for a moment. Then we gonna be at the rock pier a little later on, and then I might do the actual pier. That's like right over there. I might do the actual pier afterwards, you know, at dark time. Try to target some sharks and stuff like that. Right now, I'm not saying we targeting bait fish, but that's probably where we going rear up. I need to put some shrimp. I actually need to put some squid on there. Squid's harder to get off. Never heard of it, Jay. I'm gonna check it out. car was pushing this way, but I'm not trying to. I'm having to put squid on there though. Shrimp is gonna be easy to get cooking off. Easy pictures. That squid, I ain't getting off. It's a fisherman bag. The fish looking real nice. Huh? Don't tempt me. Yeah, in reality, I just need to put a bigger weight on this. The ball that I got the cut bait on, I'm gonna put the cut bait on. It got a pretty decent weight. Huh? What up, birds? How you doing, brother? Having a terrific time for real. We got out here for it, to be honest. Yeah, it is. Morning, Dre. Ron, how you doing? Panama City. You miss it? Man, I'm trying to come move down here myself. I love it here. I swear, Dave, I can't wait. We do some pier fishing. Some midnight pier fishing. I'm not even down this. It's just always a task on the beach if you're not getting over the first 6 or 7 waves when you throw. And the only way I know how to get over them most of the time, unless I have a huge enough weight, is if I actually walk out there in the water. Right now, I'm kind of skittish on the water. You know, I don't do cold, and that motherfucking water's freezing. I mean, it'll be fine after you get used to it, but I'm not even trying to stand in it too long. I'm getting ankles deep, and I'm turning around. Hey, fishing through a hole in the ice ain't never too bad. You know, that's exactly where the fish is gonna go. They gonna go up for air. They gonna see food there too. They gonna be like, oh, fresh air and a snack. I'm in there. I was just truly tired of the cold. Been tired of the cold. Put another one of these on. I ain't gonna say I'm a chicken. It's just cold. Get out there. Hey, crack, that's what I'm trying to do, brother. The blue hair is throwing you off cool content, though. Dilly, what you mean? You know, I don't always have this color hair, but I mean, I don't get that I don't get that statement. Tongue, how you doing? Good morning. Raggle, how you doing, brother? Good morning. Silly fish, how you doing, brother? Spino, I appreciate you, bro. The blue hair is throwing me off. I guess a fisherman can't look like anything. I guess. Josh, I was trying to figure it out too. I mean, definitely, who cares, Billy? Definitely, who cares? What? All right, Chad. They got my shrimp. I knew they were going to get my shrimp. I was like, man, it's kind of hard to depict shrimp. They gonna get that quick. So I'm gonna put squid on here. I was holding the pole when they actually was ripping it off the line. Goodness, the water made it up. The water made it up here, chat. Hold on. Dory, why don't you go fishing? What y'all don't have? What you can't fish in y'all state? What makes you not be able to go fishing? Dirty Dom, how you doing, brother? I know, that's cool. Man, this squid frozen as heck. Yeah, that tide coming in crazy, bro. All right, I just put squid on my hook, my double hook setup, if I can hold it right. I just put squid on there because they ripped the shrimp off. They ripped the shrimp off pretty quick. So I'm gonna get this back out here. I'll be right back. Yeah, the tide's coming in crazy. I'm gonna do some rock pier fishing. What's up, Rick? I'm gonna do some rock pier fishing in a little while, and then after I do some rock pier fishing later on in the night, I'm gonna do some pier fishing. I'm sitting right next to the pier actually, so it ain't gonna be too far away from home. But let's get this pole back out there. I ain't gonna lie, I want to put some cut bait on there, but my issue with it is the pole I'm throwing out right now, the weights ain't that big, so the line is kind of moving with the tide and getting pushed over to all the way to my left side. And I got my kids out here, so I'm not trying to do that too much. When I go up on the piers later on, I'm gonna be throwing out that cut bait and stuff. I decided to do that because I got 4 poles out here, and one of them's a pole that I have like lures and jigs I'm gonna be casting with. And then I got a cut bait pole. Then I got another pole that I just have weights, like I said, a Carolina setup. It just has weights on it. It's a smaller rod where I throw in. I catch pinfish and stuff like that. And then I have that rod. So cut bait, a casting pole, a pinfish rod, and then that rod. But, oh yeah, happy birthday, Cole. Yes, it's 9:23 a.m. in Panama City. Thank you, McCoy. I appreciate you. Is that a shark tooth? That's crazy. No, it's squid. Yeah, it's squid. Yeah. My wife's gonna cast my pole out because she's stepping in the water. What up, guys? Good speed? Godspeed, actually. Ryan, what's up, bro? Yo, stop saying cuss words. What cuss word have you heard? What is a helper? What's up? What's a helper, Ryan? I don't know what that is. A kid said shitty. I didn't hear no kids say that. There's only 2 kids next to me and they didn't say that. A shit NATO? What the fuck?
Out there though. Anything for the stream.
They got up my nose.
Ivan, what's up, brother? Salt water.
Your pole being weird. You're not even watching it, babe. Doing stuff.
I think you funny.
Hey.
Good morning.
It's the waves. You don't know. Y'all are filthy.
for them intense nibbles or hard food. But I don't know. Maybe my circle is a little too big. But I don't know. They're 4-off. They usually do well with a lot. But if it's bait fish, it's a little iffy. I got some smaller hooks. I just ain't switched them yet. Squid's always hard to get off, so I was just waiting on to see. Facts, Dave. I'm going to assume it's the waves too. You caught a jack? Nice. A bunch of jack. Billy, what'd you ask? Facts, Vanessa, where they at? I got a few taps on, like I said, I got a few taps on my shrimp. Then I switched to squid because it'll be harder to get off the hook for the fish. But I was questioning the size of my circle hooks. Tree, what's up? Natalie, how you doing? Taking time? Yeah, I got 3 spots I gotta be today. I'm a fish here on the beach for a little while. Then I'm gonna go do like a rock pier area. I usually go there. The water's pretty low on one side, and the other side is a little high, but also it's a rock pier. And then I'm actually later on, I'm gonna do at the end of the night, I'm gonna do some night fishing on the pier. But you need surfing weights. I did see some weight options. I ain't gonna lie. The weights I'm using right now is just for this one pole. The other pole I got has some bigger. It got some 4 ounces on it, and it's gonna be for like low-key shark fishing and stuff like that. I'm gonna use some cut bait, but I'm not using cut bait right now because I'm using the one pole holder, and the waves are moving my line to one side. So I'm trying not to get them both tangled up. That's why I'm doing that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have them on the same pole holder. But this is just for now. Mostly, I'm not saying I'm aiming for bait fish, but that's kind of what I'm aiming for right now, just for later on.
That's not the way.
What up, SG? Yeah, we in Panama. If I sub, can I be mod? It doesn't really work like that, Michael. It takes a lot to be a mod. What's up, Carson? How you doing? Furious Monkey, how you doing, brother? Where you at? Panama. No, I don't see it. You need a few pyramid stickers, yeah. How much weight y'all think should be on there? For this pole, I wouldn't even want to put that much weight on here. I never not have faith in my poles. I just don't have faith in the line I'm using on this pole that much. Now my other poles, they're all for a game. They got 20 to 30 to 40 pound braid on them. They got 15 to 17 to 20 pound fluorocarbon as leader. This pole right here, this pole I'm using right now, like I said, it's kind of bait fish targeted and anything else. And y'all see me use it a lot. It only got 14 pound mono on there. And the leader's like 40 pound mono. But so that's why I don't want to put no huge weight on here, because I don't want to put no big old weights on here and then cast it and then have the possibility of losing those weights. I would feel like that's a lose situation if it breaks. But any other pole, yeah, I got heavier weights on them. Really, I'm just using that right now. Now my other pole in the car, it got about 20 pound mono on it, and I think it got about 40-pound leader. I don't know. I would rather fish off the pier than go fish underneath the pier, just because I wouldn't want to get stuck on no paddlings. No, I just Panama City. I'm gonna be fishing her later on, Joe Ma. I'm gonna be fishing her later on. Like that's where the rock pier is. I'm gonna go to the rock pier after a little while and fish over there. Then later on, at the end of the night, I'm gonna fish the actual pier and do some night fishing for some sharks. What have you caught so far? Nothing right now, Evan. I'm only using one rod. I got 4 rods with me, but I'm only using one. The other 3 rods are for some other specific things I'm fishing. So, I mean, Grumpy Bass, thank you for the happy poop, bro. I appreciate you. W's in chat for Grumpy Bass, y'all. W's in the chat. I'm using squid and shrimp right now. I'm gonna be using cut bait and stuff in a little while. Couple ounces. What? Well, how many ounces we talking, Dave? This is a telescope pole, chat. Quick and easy access, can carry it anywhere. Huh?
No.
Nah. Now give me a shrimp. Here, hold this phone. It's a cute pole. Catch any size fish with some squid. There you go. Squid's still on chat, so I'm gonna recast it back out, and I'm gonna start throwing out my lure and jig pole. Good? Just looking. What's up, brother? Yeah, Panama City. Z-Bot, what's up? Z-Bot, what the hell? AB, I'm doing all right, brother. How you doing? ABD, thanks. Melody, how you doing? Beautiful and relaxing always when you in the beach. Always when you at the beach, for sure. Nicholas, heck yeah, it does. Panama City. Panama City Beach. Right next to the pier. Riley, go on before you get hooked by that. Again, how you doing? Yusuf. I look like Kasanak. I don't even have dreads. I look like Hooks at a Rhyme, bro. That's my name. They're meta glasses. Warm there. It's 60. It's supposed to be 60 today. Get up to like 66. We're supposed to get sun peakage at around 1 to 4 p.m. But it's cool. The water's a little chilly, but if you stay in the water long enough, you'll be all right. Panama City, Walker. We're using shrimp and squid right now. And I know what I gotta do to secure a pinfish. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I gotta set myself up for a Carolina setup. Right now I got myself set up for like deep sea fishing, so you drop the weight. It's two hooks on and a weight. Those are good setups, but it's just the fish can grab those quick and take off. With a Carolina rig, they gotta grab the whole hook and the bait, and then they move. So that's the concept of what I gotta set up. But I don't want to set up a Carolina rig right now. I just don't want to change out my setup, because this same setup I can use to catch something else. Catch some bigger fish. And it'll really hit later on when I'm pair fishing. Yeah, it'll really hit later when I'm pair fishing. Like the setup I got my wife using, she's using the Carolina setup, with that Carolina setup, I'm not using no heavy weights. I'm just using two little cone weights, so she can just get it out there. She don't gotta get too close. She gonna catch her some pinfish off it. It's already getting nibbles. But I'm using the same setup, but mine's just bigger. Mine's bigger weights, and it's more than one hook, so they missing it. Nah, not yet. What's your favorite reggae? I don't really listen to reggae, not gonna lie. But it would have to be anything Bob Marley. Bob Marley's lit. A fish finder rig? Oh, I haven't heard of that. It's kind of like a Carolina. I know I gotta use somewhat of a Carolina. I'm just being lazy and not using it, because like I said, I have 4 different rods out here for 4 different things. Like my shark pole, my shark rod I'm gonna use later on the night. That's set up in the Carolina setup, and I'm using right now. I actually don't even got it fully set up how I want it set up now that it's going for sharks. It was just going for bigger fish at first. I'm gonna have to change the leader out for metal leader. This metal leader I have, but I'll do that's easy. That's an easy change out. Just cut the leader off and put it on. It's already tied. The leader's already tied to the swivel and stuff. I'm gonna use that later, but right now it's sitting pretty good. The hook is just kind of big, so I wouldn't want to. And it's a J hook. I would not want to use that right now here, unless I was just going out that specific rod and going for shark fishing the day. Tomorrow it's actually supposed to rain, so I don't know what the play is gonna be for tomorrow. But if it don't rain too bad, I'll definitely come out here and shark fish purposely with just that rod on the beach. Yeah, Dave. That's when it's gonna get warmer. We just out here real early, Dave. We woke up at like 7 a.m. and instantly I went and got some bait and then stepped out. You know how I do, Dave. If I'm near water, I gotta get in it. And we right beside the water. We right on the beachfront. Definitely dirty, Dom. I appreciate you, man. I need to try that setup you're talking about. But we're seeing fish. That's why my wife then started grabbing her pole, because she's actually at work. She don't get off until like 4 p.m. The next one, Raleigh. A little croaker. One croaker on the board. That's crazy. Got wet. Yeah. Heck yeah, they are, Chloe. Check your bait. Gary, I just took my big pole out. I'm seeing a lot of croaker-like fish swim all on the side of the shore right here, so I'm not gonna cast out the smaller rod. Try to catch some more of them. I caught one so far. Brandon, what's up, brother? A top water or a spoon? See, I got something that I can throw on the top right now, and I just ain't using it. I'm trying to use multiple poles that I only got 2 hands. Where are you fishing? Panama? Panama City? Chloe, appreciate the like. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna do some fishing here, then I'm gonna go to a rock pier, and then later on at night I'm gonna go shark fishing. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything, for sure. Appreciate you stopping by, Chloe, and dropping that like, for sure. It's always appreciated. What's the temp? 60s. It's in the 60s today. 66 is the high. Florida's definitely the best. Jamie? Definitely Dirty Dom. Definitely. I'm definitely going to eventually have to do that soonish. happened to my braided line? Alright, I got it. Yo. I don't know. Appreciate you, Brandon. Nah, nothing yet, Walker. I've been getting a lot of nibbles and bites off of my squid I've been throwing out, to be honest. But no real takers, just bites. So I'm about to throw out this for a minute. And then I got a few other things I can switch it out for. Someone earlier recommended top waters. I think it was Dirty Dom. He said he would do that. So I might try some top waters in a minute, but for now I'm gonna throw this. Yeah, how you doing, Brandon? On this rod. But yeah, nothing yet, just a few bites here and there. Nothing crazy. It's gonna get out a lot further than all my other rods was getting out. So let's see how that works. Leo, not Leon. How you doing, brother? Bro, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm gonna throw out a few plastics for a minute, then I'm gonna switch it back. Go back to my squid and stuff in a minute. Thompson, what's up, brother? Jojo, how you doing, man? water's still going up my shorts. Yo, one croaker so far. Said good old fashioned earthworm. I do got worms, but I just think worms will work better for like what they say they work good for. They work good for like stingrays and stuff. And if I'm gonna use worms, it'll be later on. There's some stingrays where we usually the other spots we go fishing. So it's Panama City Beach, brother. The water is definitely moving, Jesse. The water is definitely moving. How you doing, Jake? Jay the Sun, what's up, brother? How you doing? I'm making you miss the beach. Hey, it ain't never too late to get out on the beach, brother. Surf stream, hey. Boy, I'd be out here getting fucking drowned out here trying to surf. Might just go back to squid. I was at least getting bites on there. Going to top water, I want to throw it later on. Like all of these things I want to do later on when I'm in the rock pier area. I just feel like there's a lot over there. There's a lot of different variety of fish in that spot. Right here, being on the beachfront, it's unpredictable. You just standing there and you throwing out. You seeing a lot more bait fish than anything. You got to get the big fish's attention. And I'm only gonna get the big fish's attention with the bait fish. Unless I'm standing actually in the water, then I get the bigger fish's attention, in my opinion. Or if I'm at least casting far enough. I'm not getting over I'm getting over like the 6th or 7th wave, but there's about 10 more waves out there that I'm trying to get past, and I ain't getting past those. So it is what it is. Case and I'm Panama City. Cynthia, how you doing? Shut up, Jesse. Whiskers, what's up? Definitely beautiful. I wish it was a little warmer, just a smidge. You know, it'll give me the more energy to get out in the water. But it cold. It cold, chat. The water a little too cold. I mean, if you sit in the water and be in the water, you can get used to it. But I'm over here switching pole to pole. I'm touching 3 different poles. One I'm drop shot, the other one I'm throwing out a jig, the other one I'm throwing out just a Carolina setup with some squid or some shrimp, switching back and forth. Both of them been tagged up. I'm about to go back to the Carolina setup though and start throwing out the squid again because it was really getting hit. And later on when I'm actually live, I'm gonna be using my body cam. I'm not gonna be, I'm gonna use my body cam. I'm not gonna be using, or my chest mount. I'm not gonna be using my tripod, so at least y'all can see me moving around and doing a lot more. But right now, yeah. Definitely, Jesse. Definitely. Great time to be out here really around New Year's time. What up, Possum? How you doing, brother? Always good to see you. Just a croaker right now, boo-boo. Just a croaker. Off some squid. One croaker fish so far on the board. We're throwing out 3 different rods, trying 3 different ways. But so far, the only thing that's getting really ate is my squid and my shrimp. So I'm gonna go back to that for real. But yeah, so far just a croaker. Let's hope I'm able to get my pole stand out the ground when we get down here, because that damn thing is cemented into the sand right now. We was in Tennessee yesterday, chat. We was in Tennessee fishing yesterday, or the day before yesterday. And we switched it up and went to Florida. It's a lot warmer here than it is in Tennessee. I'll tell y'all that. Because I can't stay away from that Florida water. No matter how hard we try, we always end up in Tennessee. I mean, in Florida. once we start traveling. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the shrimp on the hook and the squid on the hook. Saltwater fish, hell yeah, brother, saltwater fishing. You never had luck on the beach? I done caught a few things on the beach. I caught a shark on the beach. I caught a few ladyfish on the beach. More than at least 3 ladyfish, and then I've caught a lot of pinfish. But I just feel like the beach is like catfishing. There's some wait time to it. It ain't on instant. There's some spots where you can go in Florida where it's instant. Like even the pier is not instant, but you still catch a lot on the pier. What up, Hunter? Yeah, Hunter went from Tennessee to Florida, brother. Can't stay in Tennessee too long. Gotta be in Florida. Gotta be with them Florida waters. Yeah, I'm gonna need my chest, man. I should have brought it out here for real, so I could walk around and talk to y'all as well. I might have to go to the car and get that. cut this line and change the weight, put a bigger weight on here so I can get it out further. Okay. Is that what? Chat, I appreciate all y'all being here. I'm gonna stream for another 10 minutes, and then I'm turning the camera on for a minute because, like I said, I got 2 other spots I'm gonna stream later on the day. So, and my phone's on half the battery, so I'm gonna let it charge. So I'm gonna change the weight, cast out about 10 times, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna end stream, and I'm gonna start up in an hour or so. My stream back up. I'm gonna be in a different location, but I'm gonna change the weights right now, and then do that. All right. Hey, Ravenheart, thank you for it. Thank you for the 100. But yeah. I invited y'all to the party yesterday, man. Nothing happened to us. Shit. You know I got that thing on me. Ain't nothing gonna happen. But yeah, bro. We was in Tennessee. Then we said, fuck it, we went to Florida. Like I said, chat, I'm gonna change my weight out. I'm gonna cast out about 10 more times. And then I'm gonna end stream just because I'm gonna go streaming again in an hour or so. And I want to get my battery up to full percentage because I don't have my battery pack. So I didn't get to bring that with me. I didn't know I was gonna be out of town for more than one day. We went to Tennessee to be there for just for New Year's. And we were supposed to come home New Year's Day, or after halfway through New Year's Day, and we ended up saying fuck it, and we said let's just drive down to Florida. And we drove down here, and now we're gonna stay until about Sunday. So that's what that is. But yeah, I didn't bring all the gear I needed or wanted because I didn't expect to stay longer. I don't even have my Apple Watch phone charger because, like I said, I didn't bring all my gear, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm gonna change this weight out, cast out 10 times, and I'm gonna end stream, and I'm gonna see y'all back in here in an hour because I'm gonna go back live. It's getting late there now. It's here. It's only 10:45 in the morning. I haven't even had breakfast. I woke up at 7 and I just went and got some bait because literally we're in a motel or a building right offside the beach. So literally, you look out your back door, we're on the beach. And so far, I've only caught a croaker, but that'll be some good cut bait for later on. I'm using shrimp and squid. That's what I'm gonna keep using. And then we're gonna go to the rock pier within an hour or so. And rock pier got so many variety of fish, and that's gonna get me to use my worms because I heard I wanted to catch stingray. Those love worms and different crustaceans and smaller baits and stuff. So I'm gonna be targeting those specifically. And then later on the night, I'm gonna do some night pier fishing. I'm gonna target sharks, but right now we're just targeting bait. So let me change my hook out, my weight out real quick for this pole. Alright, Chad, I got a bigger weight on there, man. Like I said, I'm gonna do 10 casts, and then I'm gonna switch it up. Because like I said, we got some other places I gotta be, and I gotta have my phone fully charged. But I changed the weight out, so hopefully we can get out a lot further than we were getting. My kids and everybody done left the beach, so cast 10 times, switch it out, so I can charge my battery, and then we're gonna go somewhere else. How's it going, brother? Baz, what's up? At the beach. Hey, that's a cool name. The country girl, how you doing? Fisher Kendra, how you doing? Heather, I got a new baitcaster. Nice, nice. What type of line you about to put on that? I just hope I can get my pole holders out the ground because they cemented in that sand. Let's see, Trap. chat. Two good things. First off, the pole is perfect. The pole setup. Billy, I'm in Panama City. Jojo, yeah, hell yeah, brother. Abasia Garcia, nice. First off, the pole after the weight switch turned this motherfucker perfectly. Second off, I'm just ready for that next location, so that's a plus in my book because that location has so much to offer. From a rock pier to, y'all been there with me if y'all, the people that's been here. But for the new people, yeah, we got two new locations. We got another location we're gonna go to after this. I'm gonna let my phone charge for an hour and I'm gonna go out there. I didn't make it 10 cash, y'all. I only made it about 5 cash before I was like, all right, I'm done. Beach fishing is always tough, so you never know what to expect on beach fishing. I prefer if I'm at the beach and I'm beach fishing to at least be able to walk in the water and go about waist deep. I can't even go waist deep right now. The water's so cold, but that's fine. We got 2 more locations we're gonna go to today, so I'm gonna let my phone charge for an hour. I'm gonna be back live in an hour and a half, and we're gonna be at the rock pier area. And then after that, later on in the night, I'm gonna do some shark fishing off the pier. I've done shark fishing before and been successful on it, but I've done more shark fishing on the beach and been successful than I have been on the pier. I have gotten some crazy pulls on the pier, so we're gonna do that later on. Hopefully when we go to this next location, we catch a few ladyfish. So far, the only thing we've caught today is a croaker fish off the beach. Not a bad fish, not some bad bait. We're definitely gonna use that. We also still got skipjack because we were in Tennessee yesterday, so we bought skipjack and we bought regular worms. So we got both of those things. Then we got squid and we got shrimp. And then I'm gonna be throwing some soft plastics out. So we're gonna do that in about an hour or so. I'm gonna let my phone charge for a bit, then I'm gonna be back out here and live. Not in this exact spot, but somewhere else live. So I'm not too mad. I expect the beach to be hard when I don't step in the water. I only got about ankles deep in the water when I was feeling comfortable. It's 60 to going to be 66 degrees out here, but the water's still pretty cold. It's still in the wintertime, so it is what it is. I ain't complaining. I'm definitely gonna step back out here soonish. I just gotta let my phone charge a little bit, so love the sound of the ocean. I'm glad you're here, Mark. Enjoying it, bro. Panama City, bro. Panama City, we're right next to the pier. That's the pier I'm gonna be fishing later on in the night for sharks. The other pier is way far down there. But I'm gonna be fishing that pier. I don't even know what. Sand slap. I wasn't paying attention to my tripod. And also later on, when we go fishing again next time, we're not gonna be using the tripod. We're gonna be using the chest mount. So I'm gonna be able to read more chat and walk and talk with y'all as well. Really on that rock pier area, I prefer to use it on there. I don't know how far I'm gonna get in the water, but with that being said, you don't have to get in the water far with the rock pier, and also being able to cast. Really, with the pole setup I just got on this. So I will be seeing y'all again real soon. Your hair is sick. Appreciate you, Random. Y'all eat sand, gross. Yeah. Appreciate you, Random, for sure. Brother, thank you, man. Brandon Gonzalez. We about to head out, Gonzalez. I'll be back live in an hour or so. I won't get my phone up to 100%. It's on 50%. And we're gonna be going to a new location here in an hour or so. I'm gonna let my phone charge, so I'm just letting all y'all know that. So hopefully I get to see all you beautiful faces again. You know, I hope y'all had a great New Year, by the way. You know, Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to the people that I missed out on. I was live the other day on New Year's in Tennessee, and then we said, fuck it, we're gonna drive the rest of the 7 hours, and we drove to Florida, so now we in Panama. We're gonna head Panama for about 3 days, and then we're gonna head back to Louisville, Kentucky. That's where we really originated from. That's where Fish On is really from. Me and my boy Troutline Joe. I'm Hooks at Iran. For the newcomers, like I said, I'll be back out here live again. Not in this location, but back out in the water. So I'll be seeing y'all again real soon. And forever and always, you guys remember, Fish On. I'll see y'all in an hour or so. Check in with me. Y'all have a nice rest of y'all day until I see y'all again.